Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today, and today we are going to see if either one of these two goes onto the BMR 1959 Kiera bodies. Now, I was able to pick up two more of these for like $5 each at Tuesday morning in their clearance section. So I figured I would at least try and see if they fit on either of these skin tones. I'm not 100% sure that she's going to be a decent match, but I don't know off the top of my head if there is a made to move in the skin tone that is readily available. She might be the Barbie skin tone almost, but we'll see, because I just kind of have these ready to go, or I have the really pale Asian skin tone ready to go, but I don't have any of the regular Barbie made to moves just readily available sitting around right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this Kiera out. Again, she's nice and pretty, but her accessories and everything are just a little too much for me. I love the BMR line just because it's got a great box that I can use for shipping out like other stuff that I sell that I don't feel like keeping. Now, I'm pretty sure that she's going to be a match, which I'm glad because I don't think I've had her yet. But, okay, and instead of trying to mess with these, I'm just going to cut them. Just because I don't feel like messing with those today on shoes that I'm not particularly fond of, because she has a lot going on. Sorry. Again, they did a lot to kind of keep these in their boxes, right? Because there was just bound to be a lot of movement, because there wasn't a plastic layer for them. But there we go, we got her out, and we'll take her stand out. It is convenient to have that stand. She does have the certificate back there, but I have a ton of those certificates. And again, the problem with the BMR line is their outfits are just so outlandish. That is why a lot of these just got marked down hard. And so putting these two up to each other, it looks really like a pretty close skin match. She has a little bit more yellow undertone than this one, but it's close enough that I don't think you're gonna notice it. But I will take us off. Now, I generally hold on to all of my BMR clothing. I just don't particularly like it. So I wouldn't use it in like if I was redressing a doll. But we're going to take her off. And again, they wrap some of these knees, and I'm not sure why, but they do, and it makes our lives a little bit more irritating as collectors, because you gotta slide that off. But, okay. And so this one's got pretty soft head. And again, I just like to slide down and then pull up around these until I get that first peg out, and then I can just slide it around. And it's a nice easy. You don't have to always heat these all up, especially if you're in a hotter climate. But let's just, and I've already removed her visor that she had stapled into her head because I knew I was not going to take that. Or, I mean, I knew I was not going to use it. Okay. And there you go. See, she's a nice skin match. And she's on a petite body, but let's see what this little dress looks like on her. Again, this is just a regular Fashionista outfit. I'll probably restyle her later. I don't hate this little shirt dress because it's got like a fun little saying on it, but I just don't really love it as like an entire outfit. And so that's what she looks like right there. So it does work really well with her skin tone. So I'm excited because you can still find her really a lot on clearance. And she looks pretty good. Now the problem is going to be her. It's going to be this Barbie, which, holding her up, she doesn't look super close on the arms, but on the legs it's a lot closer. And I do notice that on some of these made-to-move bodies, there's a slight difference in the coloring. See, this one has more of a peach pinky undertone to her, so I doubt she's gonna be like a perfect match. So I would have to pull out my bucket of bodies that I have because I have not redressed them. And again, make sure you, whenever you take these petite dolls, they do have different size shoes, so hold on to their shoes because they are much harder to find. The tall dolls, though, they have, theirs will fit the Creatable World dolls, which are a little bit easier to find. Again, this is it's a cute little dress. I'm not terribly fond of all the BMR logoing that they did on this line. And it's even worse because this is built into the fabric, so you can't even cover it or take it off with acetone or anything. This is actually printed in the fabric. But it's still a decently cute dress. If you were to do like a shirt over it with the skirt. Like if you put a tank top over this, it would look pretty cute, I think. Like a white tank top so the sleeves were coming out. Or even just a white t-shirt. That would really improve the look of that. But I'm going to take out this other Kiera real fast and just see what she looks like on the redhead Barbie. I know she's not going to be a perfect match because I can already see that she has a different skin tone, but it's whether or not she is a good enough match, honestly, at this point, to where I don't have to take out another body, or worse yet, try to find a rarer skin tone. But we'll see. Because again, I'm not trying to spend a ton to update these Fashionistas, because I am mainly focused on the Ken dolls. But when I see good deals on these made-to-move bodies, I do kind of just snap them up. But okay. Gosh, I hate when they do these around the middle. Makes my life so much harder than it needs to be. There we go. Okay. And so we take out her stand. Because again, why get rid of the perfectly good stand? Okay. And again, they have little ties on these, but on this dress and this jacket, I'm not super worried because I have 4 or 5 of these at this point, I think. But she's cute. She's a very basic doll, really, compared to most of the BMRs. Like, she's got a hat, but it's not a... and of course, they did the tape all messed up on this one. On this one's knee. They actually attached it to her. There we go. Sometimes you gotta cut that tape off. That's on the backs. Again, not real worried about these shoes. Okay. We're going to this one off. And then pop her head off because I already saved one of her head. And I already know I'm not terribly fond of this head. But yeah. And so we have her out. Okay. Now this one, don't know why I want to call her Natalie or Natasha or something like that. I think it's because I just watched Black Widow and this is what this head is giving me, is Black Widow vibes. Okay. Okay. And now, if you look closely at these, it's not really a huge difference. This one is maybe a little paler. Like, her skin does not really match her body, or at least her face skin doesn't. So I think we could actually get away with this without it being too obvious that she's the wrong skin tone, because I'm not entirely sure that she's a perfect match for anyone. But that's actually not a bad skin tone for her, because this is not a typical Asian skin tone that they put Kiera on. It's more of a South Asian skin tone, or not an East Asian. I shouldn't say typical. It's not an East Asian skin tone. It's more of a South Asian skin tone that they put her on. So I mean, she looks very cute. Where are you going, Blondie? Let's put her back in her fashions. And I'm not entirely sure she's not on a curvy body. Oh no, she's not. She's on a slim? Actually, I don't know what this body is. This is not curvy. I guess this is petite. Is this petite? No, this is not petite. This is... I'm not sure what this body type is, actually. I was not aware she was on a different body type. I didn't really notice that much. So this dress is going to look different on this body, because that's not a curvy, and it's not a tall. And it might be... I'm not sure, honestly. I'm a little stumped right now because I don't remember there being another one. It honestly reminds me of the Broad for the men's. And I wasn't aware that there was another new body type. If there is, it hasn't been made into into a made to move yet. She's almost like a cross between the Skipper and the Curvy. But so she actually has a much more narrow waist on the made to move than she did on the original one. But I don't really see much problem with the skin tone match, actually. We're gonna put her little shoes on her. I'm not gonna bother with the rubber bands because if they just fall off, they're only going in my box. It's fine. So she's got her little shoes that she came with. And yeah, that's not a it's not a perfect color match because you can really tell it on the body and Kiera that this is more yellow and this is more pink, but it's pretty close on the face and the body, which is really what matters. So now I'm not entirely fond of either of these two's outfits, and I'm gonna restyle this one's hair, but I think that might be a different video because I've had a very long weekend, and Barbie right now I may put her head on a made to move body, but I don't have one right this minute that's readily available because I think she's actually on a pinker body than the most recent ones that have come out and made to move. So this may get restyled. I may take pieces from her and put them on the other two, just because I like that top and I like that skirt individually, but I don't like them together as an outfit. This one's not bad because her stuff matches, except for the fact that these should be black. So I may just take her earrings out and be done with it and just call it good. And this one, she's gonna get an outfit, but I don't know when. So that's what I'm calling the color match for those two. When I find the next Fashionistas that have come out, and I'll do a video specifically on the Ken dolls that come out, I'll upload another one, but this might be my last Barbie one for a hot minute because my Walmart and Target and all my other stores are not seeming to put out their Fashionistas and the new sets very quickly. So this might be my last one for a couple of weeks. So I will try my best to get the next ones out quickly. Drop a comment if you liked it. This has been Disney D Prince. Bye.